Welcome to Athletic Everyday, day number 19. Today was in the climbing gym. Today was an Olympic lifting session. So it consisted of some high hang cleans, some full cleans, some clean pulls, and then some front squats. So a lot of stuff. Um, this was meant to be a deload session, but I felt pretty good, so I kind of pushed it. Probably more than I should have, but then again, the next 3-ish days, I'm not going to be working out very intensely, um, just by nature of the program. So yeah, gonna really focus on my sleep and maybe do some yoga and some things like that, just to make sure I'm ready to hit, the, the next bits of intense training and also be ready to kind of handle the stress of school on top of everything else. So I started off with these high hang cleans. The reason I was incorporating these was I have a big issue in the clean with making contact. So I tried to, focus on that and just focus on the turnaround, uh, focus on that. And then my plan was after these to just go straight into some clean pulls and, finish it out with them from the squats. But I decided I'd do a couple, um, full cleans. These were at 115. Um, I'm still not making great contact, but as you can probably tell from the video, my pull is pretty damn fast, and I was pretty happy about that. My contact still isn't great, but you know, I have a lot more in me clean wise because I mean, if you look at any of these reps, I'm not going below a quarter squat. Like I pull the bar up and I catch it. I don't really go down to a quarter squat. These are a power clean. They're not even a clean, I guess. So yeah, I did 2 sets of, full cleans at 115. And then I moved into clean pulls with 185. Um, I'm gonna keep developing my pull, but I don't think the pull is the deficit in technique within these. Because, I can front squat 115 for at least 5 reps. Probably at this stage, if I went for an AMRAP, I could get 6, maybe 7. And it depends on if I use a belt or not, and other factors like that. But I can front squat a lot more than I can clean, and I can pull a lot more than I can clean. So, I mean, getting sets of 3 with 115 and then being able to pull 185 high enough to clean, or what I think is probably high enough to clean or close to it, that shows just a deficit in technique, not really a deficit in power, in my opinion. So that's pretty promising to see. The third set of these felt the best, and that was kind of a common theme throughout all this. And then after this, I just finished out uh, with 115 and did some, not super intense front squat work because of all the pulling I did. My, spinal erectors were a little bit fatigued, so I knew these weren't going to be great. But my front rack felt pretty good today. Um, it just felt strong. It felt stable. I had no issues there. And especially by the last set of my front squats, I was able to kind of keep it. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but keep it like fixed and really just focus on the squatting motion instead of the front rack. So that was pretty promising. Um, Apart from that, I want to talk about what my plans for the future are. So I know that eventually I do need to get more specific in terms of sport, but I think a couple questions arise from that. A, how specific am I getting for soccer? B, how seriously am I going to take cross country? C, am I going to do basketball? And if I do that, how seriously am I going to take that? So that's gonna kind of determine what my training looks like from here on out. And it's just gonna be things I have to wonder about and think about um over time. But I do know I need to get more specific. I think at some point I'm going to go into some sort of a block where I'm just trying to improve my Olympic lifts and my 40 time. That's probably going to be a goal and maybe like an agility test or something, focusing on that sort of thing with everything else being peripheral to that as far as lifting. But also there's some calisthenic skills that I kind of want to learn, like the muscle up, like, stuff like that. And that might be what I end up kind of doing a little bit of after this, which is a pretty strength specific block, I guess you could say. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think right now I'm just building a base that I'm gonna keep, that I'm going to eventually use later to express everything that I have. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am right now. Um, I've been enjoying training lately, so that's good, but that's about it. Have a good one.